Well, when you look at the start of the season, Natalie, you've got to say that we've probably had one of the toughest starts in the division. We've had many big tests since the start of the season. So far so good. We've come through some very big tests and performed extremely well. We now face another difficult match before the break, but we're well prepared. We're very confident. We're not complacent. Our feet's on the ground, and we'll go down and again be very organised, work hard, and hopefully pick up the 3 points.
To get 5 wins and a draw out of these 6 games in all competitions, how have you done that?
Probably organisation. Great credit to the staff, great credit to the players for listening, great work ethic from the squad and great focus from the squad on obviously preparing for each match. But there's no doubt we've got a great group, Natalie. We've got a fantastic group, and you know, it's a pleasure to come in here every morning, working with what we have as great professionals and fantastic squad of players who want to listen and learn and want to win.
So to change your entire squad, the whole 11 on Wednesday night, shows the strength and depth you've got at the moment, doesn't it?
Well, that's right, Natalie. Very important that we brought in a number of players who needed minutes. We know ourselves that we've got a lot of players here, not just this kind of senior players, young players as well, like LaSalle's and Patterson and people like that needed the games. But you know, delighted that they got the minutes. Would have preferred it to be 90 minutes instead of 120. It should have been done by the 90. We've shot ourselves in the foot with minutes to go in the 90 minutes, but and then it took us into extra time, which was unnecessary. But great result. Good to be in the next round of the cup. Came through the game unscathed, which is important, and delighted for many of those players who put in a fantastic performance.
What about this game with Wigan? They've perhaps not had the start they would want, and they've not won at home yet, so it will be a difficult one, won't it?
Well, I think everybody knows that, you know, at the start of the season you're always going to get little blips and little things that happen. We're all still adjusting, including ourselves, to the build-up of a new season. But you know, I don't look at anything on paper, Natalie. I don't look at any other situation except the next match will be a tough match, and it will be a tough match. But I'm sure they would agree that if we turn up on the day and we play the way we can, then we can certainly cause problems, and we'll continue to do that, and we'll continue to try and cause as many problems as possible, and we'll continue to work hard in every game to pick up points. They
were much fancied, weren't they, at the start of the season, and they've got a couple of players you know all about as well, ex-Forest players. Absolutely, but listen, it is what it is. You know, there's no doubt that they will be there and should be there at the end of the season because of the size of squad and the quality of squad that they've got. They've got that Premiership experience. Many of those players that are there played in the Premier League, you know, last season and done very well with regards to performances and handling themselves in there. So we know ourselves, the team we face, but you know, we're very well organised. We're very well prepared. We look forward to every game and every challenge, and this will be no different. What areas of weakness have you seen in your squad so far? It's been so positive, but what areas would you like to strengthen, you know, with the transfer window in mind? Well, I think it's just a matter of looking at the window, Natalie, and you know, we're always looking for good players. We're always looking to see what the situation is. We get calls every single day, you know, about our players and availability, and you know, this is what happens in football. These phone calls take place every single day. We make phone calls every single day just to keep ourselves clued up in the marketplace, if you like. So you know, that will continue, but you know, there's still little bits and pieces we've got to tweak and adjust, and we've got to make sure we get the balances of the squad right, which we're trying to work on. Is it important for you that you do get more players before the window closes on Monday night? Is it vital? Well, I think that we'll continue to do what we can over the course of the next few days, but you know, as I said before, we've got excellent players here. The excellent players have done a fantastic job so far. It's a long season ahead. What we've got to try and do, and the only intention from our club, Natalie, is to be in the mix between now and the January window. That's very important. And then from the January window, you then look at the second stage, or the run-in to the end of the season. But at the moment, it's getting the squad prepared. You know, after the break, for example, I think it's 7 games in 21 days. That's why you need squad depth. That's why you need to make sure you can cover for injuries and suspensions. And that's why in this division it's important that you do what you've got to do. But let's try and hang in there till January. Let's make sure we're in the mix
and that's the most important objective.
Of course, the chairman has backed you, but do you imagine he might hold something back then for January to give you that lift towards the end of the season?
Natalie, I'm very comfortable with what the chairman is doing, and many people can speculate, many people can write certain things. Fawaz and myself and the rest of the people at this football club are on the same page. We know exactly what we need, we agree it together, we know exactly what we've got to do, we agree it together, and we sit down and we have lots of communication on a day-to-day basis. We have lots of meetings and discussions regarding the team, Fawaz's club, and we respect the chairman's input into that, and he respects the football people's input as to towards what we need to do in the future. So we're very comfortable, Natalie, and very comfortable, I think, with the most important thing in a football club, which is good communication, and that's exactly what we've got with regards to Fawaz and the people that run this club.
How good is that togetherness then? Because there is an incredible atmosphere down here, despite what others may say, isn't there?
We've always had that. It's something that we're very proud of, and if you ask any of the players, they'll inform you about the spirit that we've got here. And you know, we want people to enjoy their work. We want people to work very hard. In life, there's highs and lows. We know that will take place, but you know, our work ethic's excellent. Our togetherness is excellent. We've got a great spirit, a great group of players, and we're very proud in the direction of which the club is going at the moment. We know that we're going in a very good direction. We know we're not the finished article, there's a long way to go, but at the same time too, when you've got people that are all singing from the same hymn sheet, not only between the manager and the board and everybody else, there's the players, the fans. This club is in a very positive place and we're heading in the right direction. And irrespective of what people write or speculate about, we know that will remain for a very long time.
The fans still talk about bringing in a striker. Fans always want strikers. Is that important to you? I know it's been tricky because there's been injuries with Simon Cox and Hendo. Is it important for you to get a striker in?
Well, the one thing I wouldn't do, with all due respect to many of our supporters, irrespective of what job they do, Natalie, I'm sure they would be a little bit offended if I walked into their office tomorrow morning and told them how to run their business.
Everyone wants to be the manager though, don't they?
It's easy to be a manager. It's easy to be a manager when you don't have to make decisions in a touchline. It's easy to be a manager and sit there and with your pencil and your face and talk about what should have been done. It's not quite as easy when you're sitting on the touchline having to make tough decisions. And I can tell you, the one easy thing in football is to manage somebody else's team. Try managing your own team, Natalie. It's extremely difficult, believe me. It's a lot harder than what people think.
You do have a good pool of strikers here though, don't you?
Yeah, we've got good strikers here. That we've got work to do with our strikers, and we've got to keep working at that. So we'll keep doing it. As I said before, I'm very comfortable. I know exactly where I'm trying to get to. The chairman knows exactly where we're trying to get to. And I don't do anything without Fawaz being comfortable and happy with what we're saying and what we're doing. And that's exactly what we're trying to do. So anything that's done in here gets done with the blessing of the chairman and the people that run the club. Anything that gets done in here gets done by communication. And people can sit and speculate and write what they like. As far as we're concerned, Natalie, we're very comfortable.
Because the points you've got on the board now, 10 already, you're at the top of the league on goal difference. Does that give you hope that you could finish as champions at the end of the season?
It's too early. I don't get carried away with this. I don't get carried away. If we started mediocre, I'd be sitting here doing this interview with you saying the exact same things. I'm not going to get carried away, Natalie. I don't get excited. I don't get excited about being on top of the league in the month of August, September, October, November. It doesn't bother me. What bothers me is that we're in the mix to the end of January. What bothers me is we'll then look and review it with the chairman and the people of the club to run to the end of the season. Irrespective of games and results and positions, it's far too early. It is what it is. We've started well. We've got a good team. We've picked up some good results. It's no more than that. Our feet's on the ground. We're not complacent. We don't get carried away. We're prepared for bumps and bruises. Welcome to football.
And what about the transfer window? We've touched on it, and I know there's not much you can say, but do you imagine some players will go out?
No, we've not touched on it. You're continually trying to question me on the transfer window, and I'm continually trying to back you away. But you keep coming at me time and time again. You're supposed to give me very easy questions. Is that not what the world? Is that not what the world of media says? That you're supposed to give me easy questions? Get back to giving me easy questions, please.